Hello everyone, welcome again, and today we're going to learn about one of popular fish, which is pomfret. So let's check out the fishes today. Now there are three kinds of common pomfret in our area. We have the Chinese pomfret, the white pomfret, and the gray or black pomfret. Usually the Chinese pomfret and the white pomfret are the more difficult ones to tell apart. So today I'm going to share with you how to differentiate a Chinese pomfret and a white pomfret. This particular pomfret that I have with me right now is what we call a Chinese pomfret. Among all the pomfret, this is considered the most premium and expensive. The Chinese pomfret, besides having the color a little bit darkish, distinctively you can notice that the width of the pomfret is wider. It's a lot wider, more like almost like a diamond shape, and the fin itself is sort of like not so tapered, a bit broad. The tail of the Chinese pomfret is a little bit more round and broad. Now what I have with me is a white pomfret. You can see that the color is slightly whiter than the Chinese pomfret, and you can see that the fin, pectoral fin, is more tapered. The tail of the white pomfret is also more tapered and more scissors-like. The most obvious difference is that the white pomfret has sort of like shorter width of the body, and the shape is less diamond looking like the Chinese pomfret. Now I have them placed side by side, and it's a lot easier for you to distinguish this part and this part. As you can see, big difference. The tail on top is the Chinese pomfret, and bottom is the white pomfret. The pectoral fin, Chinese pomfret has a wider, broader, and the white pomfret has a more tapered pectoral fin. So now let's prepare the fish for cooking. However, I'm going to just cook the Chinese pomfret today, as I can't finish both fish at one go. Although the Chinese pomfret, when you feel the skins, it doesn't have scales, but actually they have very fine scales. So it's good to use a knife to slowly scrape the body and take away all these fine scales. That will give the fish a much enjoyable texture. Something interesting to share about the pomfret is I have never seen one swimming live before, but I heard that they don't swim this way in the water. They swim this way in the water with the eyes looking up, this way in the water. The other thing that is they are very different from other fishes is that most fishes, you can see the gill is open from here to here, but if you see carefully, I have not cut the fish yet. The gill is only up to here, right? And this part is like part of the skin. Unlike other fishes where the gill is all the way here, which is like open up. So it's just a pocket in this part. So now let's cut the fish. Okay, once we have cleaned up the belly of the fish and so on, today I'm going to make a Teochew steamed fish. I myself is a Teochew, and the best way to enjoy this fish is to have a Teochew steam. What I'm going to do is just basically cut over the back of the pomfret. Okay, after you clean out the fish and slice out the fish, what I normally do is to sprinkle and rub some salt on the fish on both sides, so that sort of like take away the fishiness of the fish. After rubbing the salt on both sides of the fish, then what I will do is I will leave it in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then we can start to steam the fish. And always remember to wash off the salt before steaming the fish. First, we're going to prepare and cut up some salted vegetable or pickled mustard. Normally, you have to soak them like for 10-20 minutes to take away the additional salt. Just cut them into slices like this. The other key ingredients is also what we call dried mushroom, and again, please soak this for at least an hour with hot water. And after that, what we do is just to remove the stem, because this part is a little bit harder, and you can then slice them in this form. Also, I like to cut like one large tomatoes and lay it on the plate. Not only for display, but the tomato will add some sourish component to the dish. While most people will put all the ingredients on the fish and steam together, I like to first prepare 300 ml of water. Then we put in all the salted vegetable that we have cut up, followed by the dried mushroom. Then I will add in salted plum, about maybe 3 of them, or maybe in this case I can use even 4. Alright, we are ready to steam the fish. For this fish, I'm going to steam it about probably 8 minutes, and then we should be ready to enjoy the fish. Let's try. Yeah, I take part of the meat out. Okay. Oh, beautiful flesh. See? And good to take some parsley, some of the salted vegetables. Wow. This Chinese pomfret, the meat is very firm, very nice. And I just love the combination of the mushroom, salted vegetables. It's a bit of like sourish and salty. You should give this a try. In this video, I hope that you understand what is the difference between a Chinese pomfret and a white pomfret. Both fish look very similar, but in terms of the price is totally different. And when you go and buy the fish next time, be sure that you choose the right fish, and also be sure that the fish seller give you the right fish at the right price. So I hope you like this video, and I will see you soon.